biggest thing where, we got his hair cut. And so walking him into school, people were like, whoa, like people didn't know who he was at first. And I had to say, hey, this is Rocket. Like he's got short hair because I don't want them to like not pay attention to him in the school because they don't think it's him,
Yeah,
So like I think about like, well, if he's lost or he can't find his way, I want them to know that it's Rocket and it's not just some other kid because he
right.
looks completely different with his short hair.
I didn't even
So
think about that. That's not
yeah.
something I thought about. I should have. That's interesting. Welcome to Coffee with Bearded Bad Dad. I am here with my wonderful and very patient and beautiful wife, Ashley. Thank you for joining me today. You're on your lunch break, and it's really the only time we have to kind of record right now. But I wanted to talk to you about the school starting back up, and the daily grind has already started back up. I hit the floor running this morning when I got up out of bed, and it's been busy nonstop for me today, and it's been kind of a bittersweet feeling, I guess. How you feeling with the kids going back to school?
Well, the first 2 days were a little rough. Um, Not really so much for me or Sully, but they were a little rough for Rocket.
Yeah,
But today was a much better day for him, I think.
yeah, we have to give him a little extra patience because Rocket he's been sad in the mornings when he goes to school, and he's got a little separation anxiety. Our 6-year-old, he has autism, and his name is Rocket. Um, he he's wonderful. He wakes up every day just to put a smile on my face, I think. I think
Yeah.
he likes to make everybody happy like it's his job. It's crazy. But
Well,
yeah, over the last couple of days it's been really emotional.
and like he spent 45 minutes before bed last night crying just about scenarios that may happen at school. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't nothing that happened yet, and he told me how much he was gonna miss me. Um, and like it took me forever to get him to stop crying. I'm like, it's okay, like that hasn't happened. Like, you'll miss me and I'll miss you. But I said, we'll be okay. And I said, and you'll be happy, your friends are there. And I talked to him about like if somebody does something you don't like, you have to tell them you don't like it, you
Right.
know. And then he's like, and then his teacher sent him home with this little like poem about, missing your parents and like they'll kiss your hand and then they'll always be with you all day long. So I was
Yeah.
like reading it to him and talking to him, and he's like, "We don't kiss hands at school." And I was like, "Well, no, don't let other people kiss your hands. But mom can kiss your hand, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, mom can kiss my hand." And then he started crying and told me he was gonna miss me.
Oh. Yeah, it's been kind of rough, but it's getting him back into the routine is important. He our son is very routine, so he likes to have everything on like so he can know what's coming up next. I think is what he likes, but routine is very important for folks who have autism, and it's actually very important for me. And getting back to the school schedule, I was really excited about that, but sad at the same time because our summer wasn't as long as what I wanted. It seems to get shorter and shorter every season, but we we got it's the same as last year. We got closer over the summer, I feel, and I'm not excited about that part going away. But this morning, as I've been busy all day getting back to the grind, I was kind of excited about it, but now it's just like I know why I'm always tired. And
Yeah.
it's because I had barely enough time to eat my lunch today. In between, I was in between a podcast I was recording, watering my plants, and going and picking up the kids. I had just enough time to
Well,
eat
I
lunch.
had an Uncrustable. I know you can't see it because of my background, but
There you go.
that's what I had.
Oh, that's great. I like
Yeah,
Uncrustables. The boys like them too. No,
I like to eat them.
I don't like Uncrustables actually. I don't know
I
why I
like
said
to eat
that.
them frozen. I like them froze. Yeah, you hate peanut butter, so
Yeah, I don't know why I said that I like Uncrustables because that's the weirdest thing ever. I don't like them. But the boys like them.
yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah, so this summer was a kind of a trip. I was trying to integrate some techniques to kind of teach the boys some things, and that didn't go as well as I planned, but we did get some learning done, and we experienced a lot of things that it just goes to show you that nothing goes to plan. You know, we've talked about that on the podcast before. We've talked about how, don't get set in your parenting ways because things don't always go to plan. And I got into a car accident about 6 weeks ago now, 6 or 7 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was June 28th, I believe.
And we still don't have our car back yet. That's the wildest shit ever. It's crazy. But when that happened, it kind of put a, a I don't know, put a kibosh in our plans, I guess is what you'd say. Um, w- we had planned all summer long. We were going to go to theme parks. We were going to go to walking trails, and we were going to go exploring. And um, I really didn't leave the house much this summer, but I had a lot of fun with the boys. So
Yeah. Yeah, I was just the only thing I'm really sad about is we didn't get to go swimming. Like we
yeah.
haven't been swimming since last summer because we
Well, I
didn't
mean,
go
the
swimming.
summer's not technically over yet, but they've started school. We could still go swimming, but
Yeah, like I think we can probably make it maybe the Oceans of Fun this weekend. I don't know, but
you put your mic a little closer.
Tangled.
There you go. I can hear you now.
Yeah, if I
Yeah.
used my computer speaker, you really wouldn't be able to hear me because everybody complains on like my work Zooms about like
Yeah, yeah.
this. You sound very muffled, Ashley.
It
So
sounded like you were in a tin can. So you started out not having headphones, this like they weren't working or something, and you had to change a setting. And when you were talking, it sounded like you were inside of a tin can. And I guess it's because you got your laptop down on a table, a hard surface in an empty room. So I think that's why the sound is so off. Maybe if you put like a little uh like a pin or a bottle cap or something underneath your laptop so it gets some space in between the table and the laptop, maybe that'll
maybe
work. I
maybe
don't know.
that'll work.
I or just, you know what, I need to get you a mic because like that would be or your tech support, your TS with work might be able to get you a new one.
Yeah, I don't know. I would need a quiet mouse too.
Yeah. I sometimes hear it click clacking, but it's okay.
Yeah,
It's all right.
yeah,
We had all these things planned and they didn't go as planned. I ended up with a hurt knee and we still don't have our car back yet. And the boys have been very patient and we did get some closeness together, I guess you would say. But man, it's been it has been a great summer though. It's been reflecting back on the summer and all the times, the good times and the fun times that we've had. And of course, Rocket had his surgery. He had a tonsillectomy, so that kind of threw a wrench in our plans this summer too. Um, but I had a great time. How about you? What was so you're it's been kind of a same old situation for you because you don't get to take the breaks of school and you don't get to take vacations like summer breaks. So
yeah. I
how
mean,
does
like,
it feel for you? I want to get down to like how you felt as a matter of fact dropping Rocket off to school, how you felt.
yeah, like dropping him off at school wasn't like a big change because he went to summer school. So he's really only been out of school for like a month and a half. So, the biggest thing we got his hair cut. And so walking him into school, people were like, whoa, like people didn't know who he was at first. And I had to say, hey, this is Rocket. Like he's got short hair because I don't want them to like not pay attention to him in the school because they don't think it's him,
Yeah,
So like I think about like, well, if he's lost or he can't find his way, I want them to know that it's Rocket and it's not just some other kid because he
right.
looks completely different with his short hair.
I didn't even
So
think about that. That's not
Yeah.
something I thought about. And I should have. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, what about the summer activities that we didn't get to do?
I mean, it was kind of depressing. It was really hot this summer.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like one thing I looked forward to was wearing shorts and capri pants. Like I was
yeah.
tired of wearing
I don't.
sweats and jackets.
I don't wear shorts all that often, so I don't look forward to that part, but I do look forward to warmer weather and all that good stuff, but not when it's hot. Damn, it got hot this year. And it wasn't temperature hot. It was just I don't know if it was now that I'm growing, I have all kinds of new terms that I can use, like VPD, vapor pressure deficit. It's like the VPD was really low, and there was the high temperature and the high humidity. It made it impossible to kind of work around and do anything that
Yeah.
revolved or that included activity outside because it was just like when you start sweating, it would stop working. The
Yeah.
sweat would just pool onto your body and it'd suck. And man, when we went down to Worlds of Fun a few times during that heat wave, it's walking around, you just drench in sweat and you're uncomfortable and heavy. Everything's
Yeah.
heavy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think though what the boys really enjoyed this summer was like 4th of July.
Oh yeah, yeah. We
I
went to
think they like
we
doing
went
that.
to your brother's. Yeah.
Yeah.
We went and hung out in the sticks.
Yeah.
In rural Missouri. And we had a lot of fun on that trip. I think we all had a lot of fun. I had an exceptionally fun time. I had a little bit more fun than everybody else, but
Yeah, because they both still talk about it like weekly about going up there for 4th of July.
that's sweet. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I want to go up there more often and hang out. I like being out in the middle of nowhere.
hmm
Definitely,
Yeah, just
definitely.
when it's a lot cooler than it is now.
Yeah,
Because they
it was
they do
hot.
like they like to spend time outside, and
Yeah.
so I mean I
Yeah.
do too. I just don't want to be like dying while I'm
Right,
outside doing
right, right. You don't want to feel like you've just run a marathon and you moved 10 feet,
yeah.
right? Yeah,
And,
I
and I
totally
and I don't want to drive up there in a car that's not air
has no air
conditioned.
conditioning. Yeah. And I'm really kicking myself in the ass. So the air conditioning broke like 3 years ago. And when I got the car fixed, the air conditioner was working and the air conditioner broke and I was like, well, this kind of a piece of shit. I probably won't have it very much longer. And so I was like, well, I could just deal a couple years without air conditioning, knowing that it's only like a $200 fix, right? And and that's the thing. It's so cheap to get it fixed. I don't know why I don't just take it to go get it fixed, but just for a couple $100, I could fix the air conditioner. And for the last 3 years, I've been saying the same thing. Well, it's gonna break down any day now, so I don't want to spend any more money on it.
Yeah, it makes like a new noise every day.
That's so
Like
true.
like I was turning this morning and I was like, what is that noise? And
I
I thought
know
it
it
was
sounds like a
another
little
car.
it sounds like oh man, it sounds like a little dirt bike. And I was like, what is that noise? And I was like, surely it's going to break down soon. But no, 3 years later, and we still don't have air conditioning, and the car is still going. It still starts every day. So I'm like, and about the time I pull it in the shop to fix the air conditioning, the next day the motor's going to blow.
Or just fill up the gas tank all the way because I feel that every time we put
That's
a
not
full tank of
true.
gas in a car, it breaks down.
That's not true. You
That's
say
why I pass
that.
up the gas stations.
You say that, but that hasn't happened in years. Since at least 2012.
I'm not kidding. Every time we filled up the Escape, we got in a wreck, is what I feel like.
No, no, like I filled up that car all the time. I know you feel like that, but that's an exaggeration. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to kind of give a quick update. I do have some podcasts recorded already, but I wanted to do this podcast to kind of we're back to the grind. I'm putting in a lot of work. I'm really excited for the months coming up ahead. I've had a couple guests already that are just mind-blowingly great conversations. I'm really proud of these podcasts that we're putting out, and thank you for everybody that listens and everybody that watches. You do matter. Put some comments down below. We do pay attention to everything. So, um, just let us know what do you want to have? Who do you want to see on the podcast? What kind of topics would you like us to cover? Because I'm down to cover anything and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I
then
just talked.
we're working on some shorts too. We're working on a short quality. So
Yeah, yeah, we're changing up the way we kind of do things. I'm reaching out to a lot more people that I was uncomfortable with talking to before because you get starstruck and stuff like that. But I'm gonna roll with it, man. I'm I'm feeling good about the podcast and the direction we're going, and I wanted to give you guys kind of an update on the things that we're doing. I talked to a guy today. His name is Rich Brown. And we're going to be putting that podcast out on Tuesday. Be looking for that. It was a great conversation about just we talked about a lot of things, but mainly, like um, how we feel about kind of like survival and leaving legacy behind for our loved ones and leaving something tangible because if something happens to us that, ultimately this isn't going to be around forever and I can't expect when I pass away I can't expect this to live on and we talked about that kind of stuff. We also talked about Guide on 22, which is a 22-mile ruck march that these guys do, and it's totally inspiring. It's a 22-mile ruck with 22 pounds to represent the 22 uh, veterans that take their lives every day. And it's kind of to memorialize those guys and to hopefully one day get that number from 22 to zero, ultimately. And these conversations mean a lot, and our veterans, they mean a lot to me. So I wanted to kind of give you guys an update and tell you that we've got some exciting stuff coming up. We got some exciting guests coming on. We just had a few recorded that you guys have already seen that are just mind-blowingly great. And I appreciate all the feedback that I've gotten from the podcast. The last few I've gotten a lot of feedback from, and I appreciate that. In the description of the channel, we have our email address in the description of the channel. If you guys like to reach out to the show, don't want to leave comments, throw us an email, man. Write us an email, and we read every email. We may not always respond to every email, but we do read every email, and I appreciate the email and the response that we get from the podcast. Do you guys hang in there with us? We got great shows coming up. You got
yeah.
anything to add?
No, I'm
No?
just looking forward to getting off work today.
Yeah, I hear you. It's almost that time, huh?
Yeah.
Full disclosure, we ran into so many problems being busy today that we actually had to postpone this a few hours. But we've I and we could have just not recorded it because we have a couple podcasts in the can ready to go, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to miss out on this opportunity to talk about the kids going back to school. It really it puts me in a spot where I'm glad to have the break during the day, but I miss the chaos already, and it's only been like 3 days.
Well, and I think they're happy to go back to school too because they were starting to get bored.
Yeah, really bored. I mean, but it's not as bad as what it could have been. I mean, they could have been like up my ass all day, every day. But thankfully, I was able to take
Y'all
breaks here and
slept
there
till
and
two
actually
o'clock in the
work.
afternoon.
Yeah, yeah, that was actually kind of great. And the reason why I did that is because it was getting so hot in the house during the day. I felt like I wanted to be comfortable, so I was awake during the night when the temperatures would fall, and I was it's cooling down in here finally. And then I couldn't sleep hotbed. So
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Yeah. Especially when you got the cat sleeping on your feet too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's well, I don't mind it as much as you do, but yeah. In the middle of the night, my one of our cats likes to jump up on our belly and knead, like
Make
make the
biscuits.
biscuits. And it doesn't bother me. And I reach up and give him a scratch and a pet every time he comes up, but it annoys the shit out of you. It's funny.
It hurts.
It doesn't hurt me, so I guess that's why it doesn't annoy me. But you know, well, anyway, it looks like your lunchtime is almost over, so we better let these guys go. Thank you for hanging out with us today.
All right. See you guys
All right,
later.
bye.
Bye.